Hi everybody. Welcome to Kika Tips. We're doing the bottom line right now. The bottom line is the electric guitar bass lesson by request. The bass is important, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a guitar player, right? I started as a guitar. What I discovered in life is, there's so many guitar players here and ukulele players, right? When you play the bass, it's necessary. So thank God for the bass. The bass took me to Taiwan, mainland China, Chicago, New York. And I've heard the stories, on about the other musicians going to Europe and all those places. It's true, ladies and gentlemen. The Hawaiian music will take you places. There's so many musicians. Everybody when traveling, you name it. All the top musicians, they go all over the place. That's so true, today's lesson is on the bass. The bass helps you with your timing, huh? So number one, this lesson starts off, and it's for the intermediate. It's for the beginning, the intermediate, and the advanced players. Okay, so I'm going to start from the beginning, and it's going to get more intense as we go along. For number one, let us begin our journey to the electric bass guitar virtuosity. To be achieved in a relatively short time frame using applied faith. In other words, you have to believe. All that you can do is all that you can do, and all that you can do is enough. But life is life. You got to do things in life. It's understood. Okay, but make the time. Whatever you put in, you get out. So number one, first thing you do, get your guitar. Find somebody who knows where to get the good guitar from. Get a cord and get an amplifier for the electric. Today's lesson is for the electric. What I suggest is you can see Will over at Easy Music. Here's some good instruments that we bought for some of our students. Also over at Dance Guitar, one of our students bought a beautiful bass guitar from them. So ask questions about what's happening, innovations and things. So once you get your guitar, right, you get a strap. The guitar is made to be used with a strap because it's so big and cumbersome, right? Number one, you strap up. So you get a right strap. Number two, you plug in. And you show them the plug in. Okay, number three, posture. Posture is important. Standing or sitting posture. Get that going for you. Number four, tune up. So what do is we want to get what is called a reliable pitch. Reliable pitch is like with a tuner and or a piano. That's reliable, right? So we tune it on, we turn, get into the E, get it 12 o'clock, A 12 o'clock, D 12 o'clock, G 12 o'clock, then turn it off. Be sure you turn it off. But now once you tune up, then you want to fine tune your instrument. Fine tune, what is fine tune? Fine tune is E here and E here. You're listening for sine waves. If you hear a waver, that means it's not quite in tune. If it wavers fast, that means it's sharp. If it wavers slow, it's not quite in tune. If you have a flat response, it's in tune. It's called a sine wave. That's your A note. Slight waver there on the D. It's not unusual for go like that, see? You want to tune it while it's ringing. You don't want to tune it and stop it. And when you tune, when you hit it, when you make your adjustment, hit the string like this so you can hear how much you went up. Because we're tuning by memory, huh? Okay, now that's the famous way everybody does it, right? Fifth fret to the A to the open A, D to the open D, and G to the open G. So to fine tune here, then you tune to your octaves. G, C, D. And the reason why you tune to G, C, and D, because G is the 1 in G, the 4 is C, and the 5 is D. So when you're tuning in E, you want to tune to 1, 4, 5. E, A, and B. You have C, C, F, G. Also, you want to tune up your perfect fifths. Here's a little E, perfect fifth, A and the D. Perfect fifth So your perfect fit's got to be in tune, okay? Okay, so now that we got that, when you're tuning up, breathe and relax. At the same time, tense your body and finger pressure accordingly. So in other words, you want acupoint when you press right on the tip of your finger. You don't want to slap it like that. You want right in the acupoint, right on the tip, and just initially you want it right on the tip of your finger, and you want it in the middle of your fret, right? But some people, they got all kinds of concerns, right? They're not able to put it in the middle of the fret, so you put it closer to the frets here like this. Once again, the wise saying is all that you can do is all that you can do, but all that you can do is enough. Okay, so just do it the way you got it. Just make it work. Okay, so what I'm suggesting is on the tip of the finger. That's called your acupoint. Daylight between the fingers. Don't touch wood with your palm. Don't touch wood with your palm. It's not a chokehold like jiu-jitsu. Like that, spread. Now your thumb is the strongest finger. It sends strength out to the fingers, especially the baby finger, which is the weakest finger. So the thumb will give each finger the adequate strength for the barley or the weight to press the acupoint into the fingerboard so you can get the note. So today for the lesson we're using only the thumb. Okay, so the thumb is pulgar. Pulgar, indicio, medial, annular, small finger. We're using P-I-M-A-S-P. Only using P. Rest over here for the right hand. Okay, this is your bridge, and just use your thumb like this. Press on the tip of your thumb on the skin, because if you go like this, you can hear the bass sound, right? So we're just using the bass note today. Okay, the seed has been planted. Today is 4/19/20. Okay, so the seed is planted, and what happens when you plant a seed? The law of reciprocity kicks in, right? The seed will give you fruit, and the fruit basically is 100-fold times 300-fold times 7 times 7 times 70 times 70, in accordance to your passion and your leadership, your initiative, your sincerity, and your love, your initiative and leadership in what you do. That's all dependent. Some people just, it's not important, so then that's what they get, okay? And that's okay too, because they're concentrating on other things. But for you, the bass player, if you want to achieve bass guitar, electric guitar bass virtuosity in a short time frame, then apply yourself accordingly, okay? So you want it to be achieved in a short time frame. Okay, tense body and finger, tense your body and finger accordingly. Now here's a left hand exercise, ladies and gentlemen. 1 and 3, 2 and 4. 1 and 3, 2 and 4. 1 and 3, 2 and 4. Okay, so my teacher from the mainland, and also Pierre Grill, my dear friend, he said, always use a metronome. This is too fast. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I got it on the quarter note equals 80. Is 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 1 and 3, 2 and 4. Now I'm going to the tips. 1 and 3, 2 and 4. No tip, just like that. This is no tip. Okay, so that's what. When you're doing it like that, I'm doing half notes. Okay, 1, 3, 1, 3 with the metronome. When you do it in half notes, then you start off slow. If you really are beginner, do it in whole notes, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then eventually go to half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough, And we don't want to do 8 notes or 16 notes or 30-second notes and that. We don't want to get you overwhelmed and frustrated. Okay, so when you're doing this here, you're keeping the time, and you're developing the synapses in your brain. You're creating connections in your brain regarding your left hand, which is the brain of your playing, and your left hand fingers 1, 2, 3, and 4, and your thumb, yeah. Okay, and your right hand We're just using the right hand thumb for today's lesson. So we have over here. This here is your bridge, and you just use your thumb. While using your thumb, you're using this joint over here, this joint, and your hand is still. This hand is your arm is still, which is your pendulum. Your pendulum is like this, right? Keep that still instead of going. We want frugality of movement. Just stay right here and do a rest stroke on the next string like this, so you know where everything is. This is only downstroke. The upstroke would be like this. Down, up, down. We're not going to work with that today. We're just going to do all downstrokes. So something simple. Okay, so play what you sing, sing what you play what you sing. You are the human instrument, manipulating the wooden instrument. You're playing the wooden instrument that doesn't want you to play it. Okay, so why am I saying that? Okay, well, because when you do this exercise to warm up, right? La, 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 there's so many different things that you can do with the position. The position is 4 fingers like this. First open position, first position, second, third, fourth, and you count your frets. This is 12, 15, 17. This one ends on the 19th. Okay, so this is 3 frets, 3. Your landmarks are 3, 5, 7, 9, so 12. 12 is the double dots. And you're repeating over here, ladies and gentlemen. This is 12 and this is open. 3, 5, 7. So this ends over here. This is 7. And that's what that is, okay? That's your fingerboard. And yes, there are sharps and flats, but we're not going to cover that today. We're just going to do this here. Pulgar. This is your left hand finger, left hand palm down. You okay, Ange?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thumb, pulgar, indicio, medial, annular, and the small finger. Okay, this is the thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Press the string on the very tip of the finger of your left hand. The barlic, or the pressure point, the left hand acupoint is to be placed in the middle of each fret. Although you can, all that you can do is all that you can do, and all that you can do is enough. You know, there's so many people that say, "Oh, I broke my arm, I'm not able to do that." Just do what you can, okay? The seed is being planted today for 1919. So we'll see what kind of fruit you're going to get from this, ladies and gentlemen. No fingernails are used for the left hand. We do want it for the right hand, okay? So we're moving on now to the next part of this workshop. Okay, over here. So basically now, the answer to left hand fingering prowess or virtuosity expertise. The seed is planted today for 1920. Master the left hand finger stretches. So we have finger stretches like this. Got this from my son. This stretches like this. Yes, and then bring this back. And yes, you don't want to sprain yourself. You don't want to hurt yourself. So use your common sense. Don't hurt yourself. And just press it back like this. What about the right hand? The right hand too, because you got to you finger. You know, you got to do arpeggios. Likewise over here, just. Angela, what do you do for this? What do you use for this?
I do the same thing.
Okay, so basically that's what it is. 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4. You know, it just comes down basically like that. That's called the finger stretches. Finger manipulation 1 and 3, 2 and 4. Now this exercise will establish the disciplined left hand finger manipulation in accordance to your right hand. The breath of your playing. So the right hand is the breath of your playing, okay? Which is, this is kilter. Let's go walking. Left, right for the right hand. Today we're just using your thumb. And it's going all down. So for this hand, we do want some, we want the fingernails just a little, not too much, for the treble needed. Okay, the tool we were using is the metronome. increase the speed or the tempo or the meter in accordingly. Our goal is to achieve short-term left and right hand thumb only bass guitar virtuosity. Now let me just reaffirm the word short-term, short time frame. The time frame basically is what we're dealing with in life. We have a certain amount of time for everything. I've been watching my favorite players on YouTube. I see all the beautiful girls of 1950s and 30s. They're all gone now, and everybody's getting older and everybody's changed. But you look at them; they're so beautiful, right? All that changes as we get older, and not only for them, but everything that we do. So do all that you can now while you can do it. Ecclesiastes 9:10. Do whatever is right and good with all of your might while you're still walking on this earth, because when you go into the grave has no knowledge. Luke 1:37, for with God nothing is impossible. Proverbs 22:29, you see a man skilled in his work, he will stand before kings, he will not stand before obscure men. Proverbs 13:13, be ye therefore perfect, even as your heavenly Father which art in heaven is perfect. That's correct, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's perfect, right? We live in any perfect world, but there's perfection. And when we see that, what happens? Oh, wow! Jaws dropping and everything, right? Yes, we can achieve perfection, but what does it take to get there? Proverbs 3:13, okay? And Colossians, 2 Corinthians 2:14, the Word of God states, so thanks be to God for manifesting in us His prodigious, His phenomenal, prodigious, prolific, opulent, skillful, godly wisdom, knowledge, understanding, wealth, abundance, overwhelming plenty, hope, faith, and charity, miracles and healing, virtuosity and genius, mindsets, tool sets, skill sets, active joints, core muscles, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, teeth, lips. We have what is called auditory, visual, kinesthetic, mindsets, tool sets, and skill sets. Breathing, with our lungs and our blood type and everything, blood cells. So from God, God wants us to be happy, but we just rebuke the enemy away from us, because the enemy wants to kill all of us. So we keep glorifying God. God says don't even mention His name. So the reason why I'm telling you this is for you to be exposed if you never heard it before. Okay, 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and love and of a sound mind. The best of the left hand finger stretches 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. Finger manipulation. This exercise will establish the disciplined left hand finger manipulations in accordance to your right hand, the breath of your playing, which is the vocal breath of your playing. The tool needed is a metronome. Put in on 40, quarter note equals 40, and increase in accordance to being inspirationally dissatisfied. You're doing it at a slow tempo and you're getting inspirationally dissatisfied. Oh man, I got it already. Move on. That's when you want to move on. If you keep doing mistakes, your left and right hand is telling you, like, I don't have it yet. So don't practice mistakes. If you move on when you're not supposed to, you're practicing mistakes. Our goal is to achieve short-term left and right hand thumb only bass guitar virtuosity. Yes, well, my whole Manawanui, ladies and gentlemen, to be honest with you, I went to the Guitar Institute of Technology in the 70s, early 70s. I got a lot of this information from Howard Roberts, Rod S.J., Joe DeOrio, Larry Carlton, Don Muck, Joe Pass. Oh, yes, you know what I mean? I went there, my mom and dad went to the bank, they took out all their money and sent me over there. And yes, there was a time, ladies and gentlemen, when my mother, they sent me $20, right? And I used the $20 for breakfast every week, every month. The thing lasted me, I just could eat one sandwich, but I did watch everybody else eat. But I didn't create any crime. I just, the good news is I became skinny. Okay, now carry my guitar all over the place. Okay, thumb, first finger. Oh, this is your left hand palm down. Okay, thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Okay, pulgar, indicio, medio, annular, and the small finger. The brain of your playing is your left hand. The breath of your playing is your right hand. So for your left hand, press the string on the very tip of your finger. The B, the left hand bar lick or pressure point, left hand acupoint is to be placed on the middle of each fret. Although you can do, all you can do is all you can do, and just all you can do is enough. The thumb press creates the first. The thumb press creates the first and second and third, fourth finger pressure. So the thumb right here, it gives strength to the first finger, second finger, third finger, and to the weakest finger, which is the baby finger. Okay, so that this thumb is important when you place it like this. Okay, and yeah, some people put it over here, right? But when you do it over there, then you don't have any pressure over here. And don't touch wood with your palm. Keep your fingers, keep it rounded like just don't like the politano, and the daylight between the fingers. Now, when you're playing, your thumb follows your second finger like this. Okay, when it travels up the neck, it'll drag, and then when you come to a location, first, second, third. So when you come here, then you place the thumb in the middle of the fret again. Okay, so you can distribute the finger pressure accordingly, and you can get a good sound. We're doing the thumb, yeah. Okay, the seed has been planted. Today is 4/19/19. Okay, the Barques pressure point. Everybody knows what that is. Although you can do. Okay, do what you can. Okay. Yes, don't worry. Just be yourself. Yeah. Okay, your left hand finger stretches, and we did that. This exercise will establish the disciplined left hand finger manipulations in according to your right hand. The tool needed is the metronome, 40 quadrille equals 40%. Our goal is to achieve short-term guitar virtuosity, which will lend itself to callus, the right, left and right, and callus, to be established by the power of repetition, applied faith, and initiative and leadership. Now, I talked to a doctor regarding the callus, and he said when you hurt your fingers, the body will send antibodies to heal itself, and that's why we get callus on the left hand finger and on the right. So once you get callus, and don't get it wet, you don't want to cut your finger. You got to use common sense. Your actions speak louder than words. Or in other words, your actions speak your bass guitar virtuosity. So passion, your actions either have passion, emotional content, leadership, initiative, faith, hope, applied faith, hope, and love. What you're creating is called data memory, muscle memory, and pitch memory. So we're playing by memory. Your words equals your, when you're thinking information, when you're thinking mindsets, tool sets, and skill sets. When we're doing muscle memory, we're dealing with kinesthetic, which is body motions, body movements. Okay, the seed is planted today, 4/19. Okay, so all of our students here, we'll see what the fruit is. The right hand palm down, the breath of your playing. Okay, let's move on now. Here. Okay, what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is this right here. I'm turning this off. Whenever you plug in, unplug. Turn this off. Okay, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you look this way, Angelo, the double beam means beginning. The single beams are transient beginnings. Okay, so this is 4 over 4 times. This is your meter. We'll establish your tempo as you go. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. Okay? So you have this right here. Angela, can you show this? We're in the key of G, ladies and gentlemen. The G major scale is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Right here. The Arabic numbers is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that came from Italy. So in Italy we have what is called Ionia, the Ionian mode, Dorian, and came from that side. God created all of this, ladies and gentlemen. The G major scale, the G major chord scale is done in Roman numerals. How interesting, Roman, huh? Rome. That's where Jesus Christ used to live in that side. G major 7 is the capital 1. We have the minor, A minor, which is the minor 2, minuscule 2, minuscule 3. The capital 4 is major 7. The 5/7 is It's a dominant 7, 5 dominant, 5 7. We have a minor 6, minor 7 flat 5, which is a half diminished, back to 1. And that's your chord scale. Okay, so here, this is where it lies. The G note is on the 3rd fret, the A is on the 5th fret, and the B is on the 7th fret, and C is on the 8th. So I selected this song here. Okay, basically for the guitar, there, this is the chords: C major 7, A minor 7, B minor 7, C major 7. That's all. Yes, usually bass players, ladies and gentlemen, I have you to know, they're piano players, guitar players, harmonica players, very talented people. Okay, so going over here with G, A minor, G, A minor. So we're just going to go G, A. So from the left hand, let's go like this. Here you go. G. Let's go this way. G, 2, 3, 4, A. B. C. That's it. Can you feel the 4 counts? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you feel the 1 and the 3? 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, C, C, B, G, C, C, B, A, 1, 3. So this is our iambic pentameter. It's the rhythm of the left hand. Okay, so what we have here is this right here. Is the song grooving? So we have a song. That's your songs are written in 4-bar phases. The top 4-bar phase and the second 4-bar phase. That's your verse, each section. The third 4-bar phase and the fourth 4-bar phase is your B section, A and B format. It's a 16-bar song. So this is it here. You are the human instrument playing the wooden instrument. It doesn't want you to play it. So let's turn this on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Intro. Grooving on a Sunday afternoon. Really couldn't get away too soon. No, no, no. B minor. I can't imagine A minor, anything that's better. G, B minor. The world is ours whenever we're together. A to bass, I like to C, C, B, A, G, A minor, 2, 3, 4. Now that's basically the chord chart for the song grooving. So you have a song that everybody knows, you know, and then the iambic pentameter here, using all first finger, C, C, B, A, G. So using your first finger, and when you go up to the B minor, first finger to the baby finger on the 5. This is called logical fingering. And then we're using 1 and 5. 1 and 5 is the basis of Hawaiian music. It's the basis of folk. 1, 5. Okay, the right hand, please. I'm using rest strokes like this, not like this. You want frugality of movement, just rest on the next string like this. So you know where everything, right? You can close your eyes. You know where it is. B minor. A minor. E minor. Following the chart. E minor. Then first finger. C, C, B, A. So then what you want to do is you want to memorize where everything is by the sense of feel, and also listen intently to the pitch. At this point, you have what is called relative pitch. You know where if you're hitting a wrong note. So if you're going, oh wow, it's a wrong note, you can actually feel it when you go. Then right, you feel. You know, it's like salt. If it's salty, you know, it's salty. If it's really terribly salty, then it's terribly salty. But if it tastes good, you know what? That's what it is. It's like taste. That's what we're dealing with here. Okay, what are we listening to today, ladies and gentlemen? This is called The Bottom Line, and Michelangelo Barques, ladies and gentlemen, he's holding the camera for us all this time. I just thank you very much, son. Thank you for working hard and doing a good job. This is for the people out there. The reason why we're here, ladies and gentlemen, is to promote the art of guitar, ukulele, and bass singing performance, and to bless everybody in Hawaii as well as around the world. I love the hula, I love the ukulele, I love the steel guitar, I love the guitar, I love the Hawaiian language, I love all the different ethnic groups. You know, I just thank God for the privilege of being here in Paradise. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, ho'olohe. I got this from Khalil Learning Isaacs. Ho'olohe, listen intently. Okay? Ho'olohe, ho'oko, practice. You want kina ole.